Hi everyone, today I am here to bring you a ladder barrel workout session. As far as equipment goes, what you need is a ladder barrel. If you're not familiar with the ladder barrel, it is a wonderful piece of equipment, so even if you don't have one but you're interested in getting one, I would suggest just watching this video to give you some ideas of its use and how you can use it in a studio setting. As always during this workout, please feel free to modify as necessary. This will be an intermediate-ish session, so take what works for you and leave the rest behind. Thank you to one of our viewers for suggesting this video. When you're ready, and let's get started. All right, guys, so I am all set up. I've made my ladder barrel. All right, guys, so to get started, we are gonna stand on the ladder side of our barrel. We're gonna face our back to it with our feet sit bone distance apart. I want you to have a few inches of space between your rear end and the ladder barrel, and feel free to adjust that as necessary as we go here. So a soft bend in the knees, weight even between the heels and the balls of the feet, and then arms just resting down by the sides, palms forward, collarbones open, belly pulled up and in. From here, when you're ready, you're gonna take a big inhale, and then you're gonna exhale and dive the spine forward, rounding through the back. Good. Letting the head hang heavy below the shoulders. Softening the knees as necessary. Take a breath, inhale here, and then exhale. Peel your spine up that wall, tucking the tailbone deeply under, keeping the weight even from the balls to the heels of the feet. Again, inhale up, exhale, dive forward. Try not to let that tush lean into the barrel. Rolling all the way down, finding that beautiful stretch at the bottom, and then peeling the spine back up. We'll do two more like that at your pace. Inhale, exhale, dive forward. Inhale here, exhale, roll up. One vertebra at a time. Last time through, please. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling at the base, exhale, roll up. Inhale the arms up overhead, and then exhale, just float them down by your side. Very nice. Turn fully around, hands on the ladder, feet parallel and hips a distance apart. From here, we lift the heels, we lower the heels. Lift the heels, lower the heels. You want to be a comfortable distance from the ladder. Soft bend in the elbows. Nice light hands. Let's do 4 and 3, warming up through those feet. Last 2 and last 1. Now we keep the heels lifted, we bend the knees forward. We come down a little bit and up a little bit with the shoulders directly over the hips. Tailbone reaching down towards the floor. Nice, and if you need a little more space, feel free to wiggle yourself back away from the ladder so those knees don't hit. Think of this as standing footwork. Think about how long and tall the spine can be. Crown of the head reaching away from the tailbone. Last 4 and 3 and 2. Now we stay low and we come up and down just a little bit. Maybe 2 inches up, 2 inches down. Let's do 5 more here, making sure the weight is even across the balls of the feet. So the big toe side and pinky toe side are equally weighted. Last 2, last 1. Stand tall, swivel your heels till they're touching. Come down in a nice full range of motion and come up. If you imagine that you have that reformer carriage behind your back, you're sliding straight down and straight up. Good. Let's do 4 more here. Nice full range of motion, squeezing the backs of the inner thighs together at the top. Last 2. Last 1. Let's make that a smaller range of motion at your bottom portion. Good. Ooh, building some heat in those legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten those legs all the way out. Bring your feet totally together and parallel, inner thighs squeezing. Wrap your toes into the floor. Squeeze those inner thighs together. From here we come about halfway down. We're gonna tuck the tailbone under and then release it back. Exhale to tuck. Inhale to release. Think about using those abdominals to do that tucking motion, rounding through the low back, scooping out the belly for 8. Exhale, 7. 6, still squeezing through those inner thighs. Last 4. And 3. And 1. From here, bringing your legs into Pilates V, tucking that tailbone under, rolling the upper back a bit. I'm hardly using my hands. They're just there for balance. And then we come down and up with the knees angling towards the ladder. Nice job. Tailbone is under, spine is long. Heels are squeezing. For 8, 7. Last 4 here, last 2, and last 1. Straighten the legs all the way. Let's go for a little jog of the heels. Good, 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice job. From here, step into your well. Now I have this little standing platform here because I'm on the shorter side. You might not need it. It's just comfort level. From here, we're gonna take our feet up onto the bottom rung. Now you can kind of choose here if you want to take your feet higher. I'm going to work bottom rung today, and we're going to start in a genie arm position here. Arms one across the other, sitting up very, very tall. Your sacrum should be nestled against the back of the barrel. Inhale here, and then exhale. Round your spine about halfway back and pause. Lift the forearms up to the forehead, lower them back down, and then roll it back up. Inhale to get taller. Exhale to roll back. Pause. Belly scooped under. Lift the arms, lower the arms, and roll up. Let's do that just a few more times. Roll. Good. Roll. Lift, lower, and rise. Let's do 3 more. On this last one, stay back here. Float the forearms up to the forehead and rotate to the right, center, left, center, pivoting through the ribs. Last 4. Last 2. And last 1. Now I'm going to rotate to face you, and I'm going to float my biceps up by my ears. From here, I'm going to lean back and up on a little diagonal. The movement does not have to be big. I'm staying in rotation. Nice. For 5. Really reach through those arms. And 1, come back up through the center. Give that spine a moment. Forearms across one another. Inhale. Exhale, roll back. Arms up. Rotate. Arms lengthen. And then we pulse up. Now if you, do not want to lengthen the arms, just keep them folded. Anchor that opposite hip back into the barrel for 5. Last 2. And last 1, come center and sit up. Good. From here, I am going to walk my feet up higher. I'm going to lower my body back over the barrel to make sure that I feel safe and comfortable here. Then I'm going to start to straighten my legs out just a little bit. From here, I'm going to take one of my feet out of the ladder, so my knee is pointing directly up to the ceiling. My other toes are my anchor, and they're nice and sturdily cradled around one of those ladders. From here, I'm going to reach up and round the spine and sit up. Take my legs straight up to the ceiling here. We bend and straighten and bend. and straighten. One more time, we bend and straighten, we keep the legs straight. And then we're gonna take our hands and walk them down our thigh, letting our body come back over the barrel as much as feels comfortable, and then rolling back up. Nice, and again, inhale here, and exhale, slowly walk yourself back down your leg. Option to fully release the arms. Scooping the arms around and forward, grab onto the thigh and roll the spine up. Good, let's do 2 more like that. You take the variation that suits you. One more time, guys. Now from here, grab onto your leg with your opposite hand and rotate out to the side and center. Rotating deeply through the waist and center. Last 3, last 2, and last 1. Switch your hands. You're gonna take that same hand, take it to your inner foot. Your other hand is coming to the outside of the barrel. And if you feel comfortable, you're gonna come out to the side, letting that leg slide out to the side as well. Get that beautiful stretch. And then bring the leg back to center as you sit up. Let's do that just twice more. Rolling back, taking your leg directly out to the side. And sitting up, chin to chest. Last time through. And sitting back up. Beautiful. Replace that foot underneath the rung. Let's switch to the other side. So from here, I am gonna lay back so that I can adjust my pelvis into position. I've got that leg anchored underneath the rung. Take your knee into your chest, toe to the ceiling, walk up your leg. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale, peel your spine back and roll your spine back up. Option to add that arm extension over the barrel. Roll back, arms reach, scoop them around, grab onto the thigh, roll up. Let's do 3 more. And 2. Slow as you would like to go. 1 more time. We're gonna roll up, grab onto the ankle with the opposite foot and rotate open to the side and center. Open to the side and center. Search for that deep rotation. Last time. Center, and your other hand, your same hand as the foot that's lifted, is going to your inner foot. Other hand is going down to the side of the barrel. And then we're gonna take our leg out to the side as we roll back. And come on up. This side is so much less flexible than the other side. Oh my gosh. Just 1 more time. And come up. Very nice job. Okay, step down. Turn to face me. We're gonna do 2 rounds of side sit-ups on the barrel. So I'm gonna take the foot that's closest to the barrel and bring it down onto the rung. The other foot behind, so I've got a staggered stance. Now my hip is going onto the barrel. I'm stacking my hips one on top of another, so my hips are facing straight to you, hands behind the head. From here, we're going to take our spine and arc it over the barrel. So we're mirroring the shape of the barrel as we come over, and then come up, and come over, and come up. Maybe you stay here with the feet down. Maybe you walk your feet up a little higher so that one foot is down and the other foot is up on a higher rung. If this feels unstable, go back to the floor position. From here we go over and we go up and we go over and we go up. Good, let's do 4 more. And 3. Last time. Now I want you to find a long spine no matter where you are, and you're gonna rotate up and center and down and center. Up and center. Down and center. Let's do 2 more. Last time. Up center, down, center. Now rotate up and pulse up for 8, top oblique 7, 6, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step down if you're high, up, carefully turn around. So starting with your feet down, lean that hip into the barrel, and here we're going over and up, over and up. Same thing as before. If you'd like to, you can walk your feet up higher, anchoring your toes under the rung. I'm going 2 rungs above my bottom foot, but you can, play around with that. Stack your hips. We go over and up, over and up. Last 3. Last 1. Find your long line. Rotate up towards the ceiling, center, down towards the floor, center. I'm rotating right at that bottom floating rib. Last 3. Good. Last 2. Last time we're going to stay lifted and pulse up for 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to come down to the bottom rung position and just take a big stretch over the ladder barrel, grabbing onto my top wrist with my bottom hand. I'm going to wiggle my hip around until I find a really nice stretch there and just hold. Exhale that breath. Nice job. Let's take that same stretch on the other side. And here I just want you to feel comfortable with playing around with your arm position and foot position to find a really great stretch for you. So maybe you rotate your torso forward or back a little bit. You can move your top foot back or forward to see where you find the most optimal stretch. And it might be different side to side. Good, and come up. From here, I'm gonna come around the back of the barrel. I'm gonna hop up onto it and grab onto my rungs. So hands on the side, little hop, pelvis comes up onto the barrel, grab onto your rungs. Just checking I have enough foot room back here. So I've got fairly long arms, and depending on, my elbows are not very bent. Depending on how close your barrel is, you might have a little bit more of a bend of the arms. You do want your shoulders to be on your back, collarbones wide, and from here we're gonna float our feet up. My hip bones are on top of the barrel. We're just gonna start swimming legs. So nice long legs, nice long low back, and we're just swimming. My feet are about shoulder distance apart here. They could be narrower, but for me, this feels comfortable for my low back. Let's go 8, 7, 6, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we crisscross our ankles once. We crisscross our ankles twice. We bend our elbows and lift our feet higher towards the ceiling and lower. So bend to cross, bend to cross, bend your elbows, hips lift, and lower. You got it. Cross, cross, lift, lower, cross, cross, lift, lower. Similar to grasshopper. Lift, lower. Last 2 sets. Last time. 1, 2, lift, lower, release those legs. Feel a little release through the low back. Pull yourself further forward so you can come up onto your knees. Now, if that took you longer than it took me, that's fine. I'm gonna bring my hands to the center of the rung. We are gonna do some push-ups up here. So my knees are on the apex of the barrel. My toes are pulling towards my glutes. I'm gonna bend my elbows into a Pilates style push-up and straighten, bend, and straighten. Nice. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the arms. Extend one leg back behind you. Now this is quite bouncy. Maybe the other arm comes forward, lowers down, knee down, switch. Leg, arm, lower, lower. Leg, arm, lower, lower. Use your sling system, opposite rib to hip, to keep that body square to the ladder. Nice, let's do one more on either side. Good. All right. Come down and sit on top of your barrel. Take your legs out to the side, flex your feet. Hands are gonna come right up into the armpits. From here, we're gonna squeeze onto that barrel with our inner thighs, round our spine forward, and see if we can lift and tuck our tailbone up a little bit. So here we go, legs extend forward, flex feet, arms reach forward, round, and see if you can get a little space between your pubic bone and that barrel, and then sit. Again, lift and lower, lift and lower. Last one, lift and hold, circle the arms, around, around, around. Last 2, and 1, and release. Ooh, okay. And I'm gonna sit facing back, and I'm gonna reach back and I'm gonna grab onto my ladder. Make sure that you feel safe and secure here. Take your hands back, and then scoot your body so that your hips are fairly close to the ladder. Flex your feet. From here, we're just gonna do a little dip and a little straighten. Now, I have my knuckles facing away from me. That's comfortable for me. But you could also have your knuckles facing you, right? And we do the same thing, bend and straighten, whatever feels most comfortable for your wrists. From here, let's bend and straighten, and then lift the hips and lower the hips, and bend and straighten, and lift the hips and lower the hips. Let's do 2 more here. Last one. And now we're gonna keep those straight legs, and we're gonna kick up and lower, and kick up and lower. Now, could you do this with your feet flat on the barrel? Yes. So if the straight leg version does not feel appropriate for you, bend those knees. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, feet on the barrel, step down, release, shake out those arms. Good. So we're facing our barrel. Our feet are towards our ladder. Let's do a little more back extension here. So you're gonna bring your feet onto the rungs, closer to the bottom. My toes are on one rung, my heels are on the next rung up. I'm in a Pilates V position with my knees wide. My hip bones are on the front of that barrel. I can feel my pubic bone pressing in. Then I'm gonna round my spine down over the barrel. Let's start with our hands down by our sides. From here, we're gonna lift up into back extension and bring our arms directly out to a T. So inhale to prepare, exhale to rise, straightening those legs. Arms come out to a T position. Lower back down, let the knees bend. And again, lift, extend the arms outward, my legs straighten. Then I bend my knees as I lower my torso. Stay there or lift your arms to the front. Big V position with the arms, and then slowly round your spine over the barrel to come down. And again, Let's do 2 more. Now on this last one, we're gonna stay up. Nice straight legs, arms lifting. If you would like, your hands come together into a diver's position. From here, we're gonna round our spine over the barrel, trying not to let the belly button touch it, and then lift back up into back extension. Round over, lift up, round over. This is swan diver. Lift up. Last 2. And 1 more. Very nice job. And then step down when you're ready. Back against the ladder. Hands on the outside edges. Take one of your legs up onto the barrel. Lean forward and take a big stretch. Exhale that breath, releasing any tension you're holding in your low back, allowing your hips to release and relax. Nice. Take that same leg and bend it, and then lean into the barrel to stretch out that outer hip, keeping the pelvis square. If it feels comfortable, you can release your spine over the barrel, otherwise stay lifted. I'm gonna stay lifted on this one. Let's come on down and stretch our hamstring on the other side, leaning forward. Now you can stay in these stretches longer than me if you'd like. And coming up, crossing your ankle over. Stretching out that outer hip. Now there's so many more variations to be done on the ladder barrel than was seen in this video. So if you'd like to see another one, please let me know. Good, and come up. Turn all the way around. Take one of your legs across the body and up onto the barrel. Tuck your tailbone under and then lean back to get a thigh stretch. Good. And swing that leg back down. Other leg goes across the body and up. Tuck the tailbone under, lean back. Nice. Face away from me. Bring one of your legs up onto the barrel, facing sideways. And then just take a nice side bend up and over. Come on up, sweep that leg back down, turn around, other leg comes up, and take that beautiful side bend. Beautiful. And come on up, swing that leg down. And you guys are all done. I hope you enjoyed that workout. Please leave me a comment or question down below. Again, thank you to who suggested a ladder barrel video. As always, please subscribe and share, and I will see you again soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.